Professional sports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You didn't need me to tell you that, but for some cities, there's a limit to how much they'll pay to keep teams in their backyard. This week, the Atlanta Braves announced they would move outside of the city limits to Cobb County in 2017 after the city refused the team's request for $150 million and some tax money to pay for stadium improvements. Atlanta Mayor Kasim Reed said it would have left the city cash-strapped and put off some other infrastructure improvements in other parts of the city. Now Cobb County has to figure out how they're going to come up with a reported $450 million in county money that it will take apparently to help the Braves build a new stadium that's 12 miles away. But get this, the same year the Braves are slated to hold opening day in Cobb County, the Atlanta Falcons are expected to open their new billion-dollar stadium right in the heart of downtown. And guess what? $200 million will come from public financing. And although the mayor says that money will come from taxes on hotels. Kasim Reed is the newly re-elected mayor of Atlanta. Somebody obviously is a familiar face to a lot of folks on Meet the Press and this show. Mr. Mayor, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Chuck. How are you?
I'm okay. So if you basically, did you have to pick a winner and a loser between the Falcons and the Braves? And you picked
no, not
the
at all,
Falcons
Chuck.
because it was cheaper?
No, they're entirely different deals. The Falcons have a 30-year revenue stream from the hotel-motel tax for between $15 to $20 million a year. That hotel-motel tax actually contributes several million dollars a year to our general fund as well. And the city does not have to stand behind any of the debt for the new $1 billion facility that's the center of our convention complex. The Braves deal, on the other hand, the city would have had to stand behind between $100 to $150 million in debt. And I was not prepared to put the credit worthiness of the city after we've balanced four budgets, built our cash reserves to $125 million at risk. So with the Falcons Stadium, we're not a backstop at all. The $200 million that's being contributed is an 80% private deal and a 20% public deal. It's the most favorable stadium deal in America right now for a billion-dollar stadium. The Braves transaction was entirely different. So I didn't pick winners or losers. I just wasn't willing to have an $18 million or $15 million annual credit card payment for the city of Atlanta.
Now, I guess what surprised me is we didn't see a lot of public negotiation on this stuff, and maybe that's a tribute to everybody keeping their powder dry and not making a public argument. But do you take the Braves' point here? I'm going to put up the map that they distributed, and they said, and I've circled where Turner Field is. The colors in dark red are where Braves ticket buyers were located over the last, I believe, the last year. They want to put this stadium, and I'm going to draw a line here from Turner Field to this new area a little bit to the northwest of the city. Did the Braves make the right decision for the Braves? If you're in their shoes and you look at this distribution of ticket sales, do you understand why they did this?
Hey, Chuck, I've wished everybody well. I've wished Cobb well and the Braves well. The bottom line is I wasn't going to spend $150 to $200 million to prevent the Braves from moving 12 miles away to a neighboring county that's going to fund their stadium to the tune of 45%. We're funding the football stadium with 20% public money, none of which is backstopped by the general fund. Right now, the Cobb County fund 45%. I think that the Braves are getting one of the best deals in America. So I don't have any bad feelings at all. I believe in our region. The Atlanta Braves are going to be a part of the metropolitan region. So I feel that Cobb County really is just shouldering part of the infrastructure burden for the city. The Hawks play in the city.
So you see this as a partnership?
The Falcons are in. I do. They're going to invest $672 million in a new facility. Hey, we had a terrific Ford. It was working just fine. We were prepared to invest in it. And Cobb came along and offered them a Range Rover and said, hey, we'll fund 45% of it with public money. So I'm not frustrated at all. What I did want to do is to make sure that folks understood my decision because I love our Braves.
Well, all right. Fair enough. Mr. Mayor, Kasim Reed, I appreciate you coming on and explaining your point of view on this. I'm such a purist. I think baseball in cities, so I'm having a hard time seeing this in the suburbs, but I get it. Mr. Mayor, thank you, sir.
No, it's a short-term pain, long-term right decision.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you, Mayor. Breaking news.